Hey, welcome to the World of Wheels. Today we're going to go over the basics of Blackjack. We're going to go over the information on what hands to play and how to pick those hands. And what you'll see on the screen is that I've got a card that will show you what the dealer's dealt, what you're dealt, and how to play that hand. And before you ever play Blackjack, these are things that you have to memorize. Once you memorize these, then the game becomes easier. But until you memorize them, you need to practice exactly what I'm going to show you today. We're going to go over the basics, how to read each hand. We're not going to use any other strategies. We're just going to make sure that you understand how to read this card, how to play with this card, use the basics. If you practice on your phone or you practice on your home computer, you can get thousands of hands in, which equals days and weeks in a casino equal to practicing. So understand that you'll learn this very quickly. The ones that you'll find that you'll have challenges with are ace 2, 3, ace through whatever, ace 2 through 6 on what to do, hit, double down, etc., when to stand. I'm going to go over now to the right. You'll see the mouse here. It will show you your hand down the left side of this chart. So if you receive an 8 through an ace ace, if the dealer has showing up card 2 through ace, you just go down this column and this is what you do hand for hand, playing directly against the dealer. No matter how many people are at the table, this chart is based on a 6 to 8 deck shoe auto shuffle. It's just going to give you the basics and you'll understand what to do on every hand. So let's get started with one hand, give you an idea of how it operates, and then go from there. So I'm just going to have a basic bet of $10. We're going to deal. All right, I've got a 14 against a 3. So it's really easy. If you look down here, your hand is a 14 against a 3. It's a stand. If you notice here, I'll circle it. 14 against a 3. I'll circle it. Oh, let's change the color for you there. Let's make it a little bit darker. Okay, so 14 against a 3. You notice here, I'll circle it here. The S stands for stand, H stands for hit, D stands for double. This stands for split, SP stands for split. Hopefully you can see my mouse. I'll try to move it around a little bit. And then, so you got split, double, stand, or hit. So it's really not that much you can do. So let's get back in here, and we're going to stand. Now the concept of this stand is you want a 14 to bust a 13. So the dealer has to stand on has to hit on soft 17 in this particular casino. That's what most casinos play. So we're going to stand. So they've got 9, 19. Okay, dealer wins. The concept is more of a defense there. So let's deal again. All right, you got eights. This is a great hand to give you an idea. You got eights against a 6. If you look down here, that's a split. What you're doing is you're trying to win one of 2, not trying to win double. Okay, now you've got 11 against a 6. Look at this. This becomes a double hand. Okay, so you can double this down now. And all right, so you've got a 13 against a 6. So if you go over here, you look at 13 against a 6 is a stand hand. And the reason I'm going off to the right, I have this memorized, but I want to show you how to look at the chart. So we're going to stand. We're looking to try to win one of these hands. If you notice, the dealer wins the first hand. Okay. All right, so now here we go again. We're going to go back. Here's a perfect one, ace 3. Ace 3 against a 2 is a hit. Notice ace 3 against a 2 is a hit. So we take a hit. Ace 3 against a 2 is definitely a hit. Okay, so a hit. We're at 14. Now, since it was soft, see, it thinks on this chart we're looking at, it thought that was a hard 14. That's the recommendation from the software, but it's a soft 14. It's a 4 or 14. So now we're on a 14. It's a stand. 14 against a 2. We're going to try to bust them. Notice we've lost 3 hands in a row. That's not what we're trying to accomplish here. We're just trying to show you how this works. Okay, so you notice I got a 17 against a 10. If you look down through here, anytime you've got a 17, that's where you stand against a 10. Unfortunately, you always assume they have a 10 under there. 2, 20. Okay. Now let's keep moving so we can learn how to play these cards. 18 against a 4 is definitely a stand. It's really simple. Anything 16 or above, you stand. It's 17 or above, you stand. All right. So you got 17, 15, 18. It's a push. All right, let's go again. We got a 12 against a 5, so you go 12 against a 5 is a stand. We're trying to bust them. 19. Okay, here we go. We've got a 13 against an ace. You definitely have to hit. If you notice out here, you've got the ace here, 13 there. So you definitely have to hit. Busted. Okay, they had blackjack anyway. They would have checked it before, and we wouldn't have had to hit. So basically, we deal again. We've got a 16 against a 9. So notice here, this is where a lot of people have discussions on standing on 16. You stand on 16, 6 or under. Anything 7 or above, you have to hit. Okay. All right, 26, because they had a 19 either way. If I stand, I lose. If I don't hit, I have no options. All right. We've got a 15 against a queen, which is a 10. So you notice here, 15 against 10, anything higher than a 7, we definitely have to hit. 22. All right. Sevens, this is interesting. Pairs of 7s against an ace. You normally, people think you have to split that. You don't want to create 2 losing hands. You're just trying to get a winning hand. So we're going to hit because it's an ace. If you notice here, 7s go out to here, you hit. 16, you still have to hit. 26. They had a blackjack, so we wouldn't even have the option to hit. All right, deal. 6 against a 4, so you got 2 3s. So that's really interesting. If you notice 2 3s against a 4, here in the 2 3s, you actually split those. All right, and then you've got a 13 against a 4, so you would stand. All right, and you've got a 5 against a 4, you hit. You got a 13 against a 4, you stand. We're looking to bust them. Up. Okay, here we go. So let's keep playing here. Let's make sure that we're learning how to use this card. All right, a 12 against a 12. So you notice you've got a hit there. Trying 19, stand. 11, 17. Okay. All right. 16 against a 6. If you notice here, it says stand. We're trying to bust them. Soft 17, they had to hit. 20. Okay. So basically, I want you to start to memorize this card, work with this card, know this card backwards and forwards. Okay. Once you learn this card, then we can show you the strategy over here that enables you to win. And ace 7, that's a perfect hand against a 2. It shows that you double. Okay. So ace 7 against a 2, you're doubling, gives you an 18, 22, they busted. Those are the hands that get you ahead. What you're going to do is try to break even until you get double hands or increase your unit size. 19 against a 5, it's real simple. Anything over a 17 would be listed over here. You know to go ahead and stand. All right. So let's keep going here. I want to make sure we get a good combination of cards so you understand how this chart works completely. 16 against a 5. You look out here, it's a stand. All right. 22. Okay. All right, a 16 against a 9. We know we've got a hit. 26 busted. They had 16. All right. A 12 against a 10. You know you got a hit. Okay, if you look here, 12 against a 10 shows a hit right there. and you take a hit, you 17, then you know if it's over 17, you stay. 13, 23. Okay. 20 against a possible 18, you win, so you're standing. Okay, so just remember anything over a 16, 17 or above, you stay, unless it's an ace combination or unless it's a 99, 18, you never split tens. People need to know the way they built casinos is splitting tens. That's the way you lose money. You're taking a winning hand and turning it into a possible double loser. There's only one group of cards that beat a 20 is a 21. And so you don't want to take yourself out of that position. 14 against an ace, you know it's a hit. 15 is a hit. 20 is a stand. 18 a winner. Okay. All right, blackjack. That one's easy. You know we can know what to do there. All right, 17 against a 4. Anything over a 16, you stand. 16, 20. Okay, here we go. We'll keep it rolling. Try to get you used to this card. This strategy card really helps as you learn the game, and you need to memorize it. It's easy to memorize the entire thing, but the ace hands and the split hands are where it comes into play. So there's no rule against, if you notice a 16 against a 5, it shows stand. We're trying to bust them. So they had a 17. There's no rule against having this card at the table. If you let them know up front, hey, I'm going to put this card up here, they won't deny you of putting that at the table. Okay. Notice 14 against a 4. So we're looking here. You see that it's a stand. We're hopefully trying to bust them. Boom. This game's hot right now. They're actually winning a lot. We're not winning very much at all. So let's take this 15 against a 9. We know it's a hit. 20 stand. We probably won less than a third of the time. So the strategy that we teach on how to progressively increase your bet is what keeps you ahead in this game. But right now we're just learning the basic strategy hand for hand. Okay. Ace 5, perfect one. Ace 5 against a king is definitely a hit. Okay, 16. People say, well, what do I do at a 16? You do the same thing every time. You hit if it's a 10 because a 16 does not beat a 20. All right, look, at a blackjack, so it didn't really matter. They would have turned that over before because the dealer checks that ahead of time. All right, blackjack. Let's see what they had. 17. They would have had to hit again for all the other players at the table with a soft 17. Another blackjack. All right. All right, a 20. Never split your tens. That turns a winning hand into losing hands. So you stand here, look, winner. Okay. And right now we're just playing hand for hand. So playing hand for hand like this, if you play for an hour and you broke even, you've done the perfect strategy over here to the side. So 15 against an 8, you definitely have to hit that. 18 against an 8. You notice anything above a 16, you would stand anyway. 19. All right, a 6 against a 9, you definitely have to hit. A 9 against a 9, you definitely have to hit. A 19, you stand. Push. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get some 18 against a 9, you stand. All right, winner. So we're playing very, very conservative, no progression. A 14 against an 8, you definitely have to hit. 22. Very conservative, no progression, and increase in bets, and had a really poor streak here. And to be honest with you, we're only down 60 or 70 bucks. We've played quite a few hands and aren't down very much. So you can see once you learn this strategy, a 12 against a 10, you definitely have to hit. They had a blackjack anyway. If you can stay within $70 to $100 and go through a whole 8 decks without playing a progression, you've done pretty well. If we can get back to even, it's even better. 14 against a 10, you definitely have to hit. You notice here, anything under an 8. Okay, let's deal it up again. Ace 2, here we go. There's what's important. Ace 2 against a 9, you definitely hit. 19, you stand. Okay, winner. All right. Nine against a 4, you hit. Stand on 18. Push. $20, stand against the 17. Perfect, winner. All right, so we're going to push through this and see how we do for the next few minutes here. 8 against an 18, 8 against a, you assume there's a 10 in there. 8 against 20, you definitely got a hit. 11, you can't double after 3 cards. You can only double after your initial 2. 12, 17, stand, push. Okay, 20, stand, winner. All right, 12, definitely have to hit. 21, okay. 12, have to hit. 19, stand, winner. All right. 14 against a 4. Here's a perfect one you want to look up. 14 against a 4 is a stand. You're trying to bust them. Up, needed a 10 there. Okay. 14 against an 18, possible 18 you had to hit. They would have had a blackjack or 21. Definitely. 12 against an ace, you have to hit that. So if you notice, 12 against an ace is a hit. All right. So the first complete shoe, and this one I think is 6 decks. If you look here, $930. We lost $70 betting $10 a hand. That doesn't seem very good, but it also, we played no progressions. If we played our progressions on the hands that we needed to, we would be up. And we'll teach you that strategy later. So I just wanted to show you through one shoe how to use this card, how to go through and compare, and give you a good idea of how to play. So you'll notice it'll change. I'll play a couple more hands. We'll stand on a 19. You'll get a good idea of what to use here. Once you memorize that, then I'll teach you the next strategy, which is the strategy of increasing your bet and pressing at the right time. And what that strategy does, it enables you to hopefully break even through the time. Here's a perfect one. Ace 5 against a 10 is definitely a hit. Okay, you got a 12, you got to hit that. Okay, they had a blackjack. All right, 20 against a 2, definitely hit. Okay, so we're going to rip through some of these, and I'm just going to talk out loud without having to look too much because I've got it memorized. A 12 against a 10 is a hit. 17, you would stand. 19 is a loser. Okay, I don't mind calling it a loser. You just want to break even until you progressively increase your bets at the right time. 7 against a, ooh, here's a good one. It's under an 8. 7 against a 5, you hit, you don't double or anything. You can't double after 3 cards, but let's get a, would have been nice. 16 against a 5, you can look, and it shows you to stand. Okay, 23. Okay. 9 against a 4, great double hand. See the D for double here where I'm circling? Great double hand. So double here, let's see if we 12, 18. Those are the kind of hands you like to win. When you play your progressives, and you play your doubles, those are the ones you like to get ahead on. Okay, ace 7 against a queen is a hit because it's a soft 17. Now it's a 12, now it's a 14, 23. Okay. All right. 20, stand, blackjack. Okay. 12, you have to hit. 16, 24, too many. Okay. 16, have to hit. 18, stand, and a 20 anyway. Okay. This is a good example of a pretty cold shoe. It's better to 18 against a 3, you stand. This is a really cold shoe, and we're still within $100 of where we started, and that's really not that bad considering we're just playing heads up. Heads up, the casino has a greater advantage. That's why progressions. All right, here we go. 15 against a 6. You definitely want to stand, and we want to. Oh, we needed to bust them there. So you were hoping for a bigger card than an ace, like a 10, etc. All right, 19 against a 7. Let's see if we can make up some ground here. There we go. Turn the shoe around. Okay. We'll hit it and keep rolling. 19 against a 12. You stand. 12, 22. Too many. Okay. And the little bit of time that we've played is equal to probably 5 or 6 hours of playing. Okay. 18 to push. Because you got to figure the number of people at the table, the number of hands that you get dealt makes a difference. Okay. All right, this is definitely 11 against a 10. It's just a hit. 11 against a 10 is a double. The ace is a hit. So you double this. Boy, very cold shoes. 2 in a row. Progressions, when I teach you those, it show you how to be up. Okay, 12 against a 5. This is where you want to look. You notice the stand. We're looking to try to bust them. There we go. It's amazing how many 12s win. You really feel like you're in bad shape. Oh, here's a good one. 9 against a 3 is a double hand. Now, I want to tell you that you want to win double hands. So these are times where I really like to get ahead and win these hands. Okay. Those are the hands that get you back up on top, taking that 0.5% of the differences that the house has and putting it to our advantage. Okay, a 15 against a 12. So if you notice it's a stand, we try to bust them. 16. Oh, needed a bigger one. 26. There we go. They had to hit on soft 17. All right, 8. 8 against a 4 is just a hit. There's no double hand there. 16, you would, against a 4, you stand, and that's where you show it here. 16 against a 4. Stand. 25. Okay. All right, 20. You never break, you never split your tens. You take a winning hands and make 2 losing hands. Don't do that. All right, here we go. 14, you have to hit. 22, too many. Okay, we're going to rip through this shoe and see if we can't continue to try to catch up and sort of show you what 2 shoes without any progression, any other strategy, but the basic strategy and what you would do. There's many ways to look at this. A lot of people look and try to go get rich. If you sit here for 8 hours and you break even and you drink 10 drinks, where can you go and drink 10 drinks and have a good time for no money? But I'm going to teach you how to make a living in the future videos to come with the strategies of progression, etc. So this is the part that you have to learn. If you skip this part, you will never have the advantage. So 14 over a 6 is a stand. 11, 18. Okay. You'll never have the advantage to be within a 0.5% of equal to the odds of winning at blackjack. If you can stay within that 0.5% by playing this strategy and then use my strategies that I teach to progressively increase your bet at certain times, that's what's going to have you win. Okay, you've got 11 against a 9. That's a double hand. Look here. So you double. 18, 26. Those are the hands that catch you up. Okay. And then also the progressions that I teach. As cold as this deck has been, we're $45 down. Well, if I minus that, pull that back, we're $45 down. So if I took these two back, we're $45 down, and we've been playing 2 complete shoes. Almost 2 shoes. We're just about there. We're going to stand here. So in a progression wise, this might seem like a very cold shoe now, but progression wise, we'd probably be up a couple $100. And that's something to teach you later after you learn the basics. Okay. You have to learn the basics first. If you don't understand this card, you don't have this card memorized, at least to the T, to where all you need to look at is the ace plus or the split hands. That's the important part that you'll need to know when you go into a casino. You can pretty much say, okay, hey, it's an ace something, what do I do here? And you can look at your card. As long as you let them know up front. You can't be hiding this or have your phone up there acting like you're going to use that. They don't allow that at the table, but if you put a card up on the table, you can use that. All right, here we go. 12 against a 4 is a stand. We're trying to bust them. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and try to finish out this shoe and end this video. I'm going to take a second and pause. Remember, these are the dealer's cards up here. This is 2 through ace, what they have. Your hand, 8 through ace, ace. Okay? You just look at that chart. You know what to play. You know where to go, and you know what to do on every single hand. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're just I was sort of being quiet there for a second just to let you know, watch what I'm doing. Have these things memorized. I should probably tell you outside. 9 against a 4. This is a double hand here. 19, 8, 19. Push. Boy, that'd have been nice to be a 10. Then you double up there. Push is okay though. A 15 against a 7. Possible 17 you have to hit. $13 you definitely have to hit. 20 you stand against a 20. This right here will just grow your confidence. Play as much as you can. Oh, here's a good one. Ace 3 against a 3. So you notice you have to just hit because you stand on a 20. Winner. Okay. So let's see what we got here. 13, we know we have to hit. 23, too many. I don't know if there's a way to speed up this animation. I'll try to do that before the next video so we can get more hands in. Okay, here's a good one. 16 against a 6. You stand and you try to bust them. Ooh, perfect hand. Okay. 9 against a 19, possible 21 or 20. Yep. All right. 10. Okay, here's a good one. 10 against a 3 is a double hand. So let's see if we can take advantage of this. 13, 17. Looking for too many. Okay. When you lose your doubles, that's unfortunate because that's when you really want to accelerate. So we got an 8 against a 3, you just hit. There's no double there. A 13 against a 3 is a stand. 17. Okay. $19, $22, too many. $16, $20, $20. Okay, 19 against a 2. 2 is a dangerous card a lot of times for a dealer because there's so many other cards that can come around it. 20, soft 20, you stay. You never split that or do anything. You never hit it. 9, you don't want to take a 10 and play something. Okay, now here's one. You've got an 11 against an ace. The only time you don't double is against an ace. If it was anything under that, you would actually double. So you just take a hit. Normally your chances are greater to get closer to a 21 than them. All right, 9. Here's a good one. 9 against a 3 is a double hand. So let's see if we can take advantage of it. 14, 12, 21. Boy, they were all spades too. No, there's a club in there. Ooh, very dangerous hand. 12 against a 2. You have to hit. 19. Let's see if we can bust them. 16, 9, 18. Perfect. No face cards. All right, 20 against 18. There we go. Okay. Let's see, 14 against an 8, 24, too many. If the animation was faster, this video would be a lot shorter. All right. 16. This is a tough call because you're 16, you don't want to bust, but you've got, looking at a 20 in the hole, you've got to take your hit. 14 hit, 20 stand, 26, too many. All right, 20 stand against a 15, too many. All right, here we go. So 12 against a 7. Notice here you always have 12 against a 7 as a hit. Once you have this memorized, it's just second nature. You don't even have to, like 12 against a 5 is a stand. You're trying to bust them. Oops, there we go. Oh, I was hoping we'd get a big card there. $13 against a 10, 16, 26. They had an 18 in the hole. So people say, well, why would you hit on 16? Because that's the percentages. You give up that percentage and it takes away the whole thing. 9 against an 8, you just hit. You don't double. 14, you have to hit. 23, too many. Okay, 17, stand, 20. All right. Stand, 25. All right, here we go. There's a good one. Ace 2 against a 3. So you look out here. These are the ones you have problems memorizing because it does have two double hands, a 5 and a 6. So ace 2, you just hit. 14 is now against a 3, so you'd look there. 14 against a 3 is a stand. Too many. All right, perfect. I'm sorry, 21. Okay. 11, we know what this is. 11 against a 10. Watch this. It's a double hand. So double, let's get a blackjack. There we go. 21. 12. Okay, here's one that a lot of people say that you don't hit, but you have to hit this 12 against a 2. Now you can stand on a 15 against that. 14, 19. A lot of small cards. $12 against 13. 14, 16, fortunately 22. You got to hit it. 8, 18, stand against a 20. All right. Blackjack. Okay, here we go. We hopefully are getting close to the end of the shoe. It shows the number of cards left, and it keeps those number of cards, a certain number in the deck or in the machine. So here we go. 12 hit, 16 hit, 22 too many. Okay. Double hand, 11 against a 10. Ooh, we're ice cold. So let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. Let's see if we can get a couple of more hands in here. Not run this out too far. 20 stand. Winner. Should have a lot of big cards coming because we've had a lot of small ones, and I'm not going to teach you how to card count. I'm just talking about how to play the basic strategy. 15 against a 5 is definitely a stand. 12, 19. Okay. 13 against a 17, possible 17 have to hit. Okay. Let's go out on a winning hand right here. Let's go ahead and get this to push. All right, 20. 14 against a 6. 17. All right, here we go. Now what we're going to do is minus these, show you when it's ahead of you here. A 14 against a 5. All right. Oh, here's a good one. Ace 4 against an 8. That's a hit. 15, 16, 26. Too many. All right. 16 against a 3, 11, 21. All right. Throwing a little progression here. Let you see a little bit about what I can teach in a strategy. There's a whole course and a strategy involved in this process, which is much later because you need to know how to do the basics and learn this card. Once you learn this card, you're all in charge of how to control this game. If you notice, playing just a few progressions, not doing anything drastic or crazy, we're up. So I just wanted to get into a little bit of my strategy, show you. I saw the cards had been very, very cold. A lot of small cards. Knew it was going to turn to big cards. Know when to increase the bet. Okay, here we go. A6 against a 7 is a hit. So you hit that. You got an 18. Stop. 22. Okay. Okay, this is where we're going to wrap it up now. We're going to wrap it up with this. Just so you understand, this is the card that you want to learn from. This is the card you can go out and print. You can go on to Google. You can put in a Blackjack strategy card. This Blackjack strategy card will enable you to start studying. They have ones for single decks. They have ones for multiple decks. Look at the differences in there too. There's just a couple of different nuances. I would suggest learning the one with multiple decks because when you go to a casino, you don't find single decks hardly at all. So look for that. Also look for casinos. Most all of them have hit on soft 17. Hopefully that helps out a lot. This is the basic strategy on using the strategy card for Blackjack. The next videos will go into taking those strategies and looking at progressions. Thanks and have a great day. Once again from World of Wheels. We appreciate you viewing. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.